There we go.
Okay, with the trach care, what you're going to need is your trach kit.